Imagine a world where the word hypercar gets redefined overnight. Forget Bugatti. Forget the old rules of speed and luxury, because the 2027 Ferrari F80 arrives like a shockwave. This isn't just another fast Ferrari. This is Maranello standing up and saying, "This is our throne." From the very first glance, the F80 feels less like a road car and more like a Le Mans prototype that somehow escaped onto public streets. Visually, the F80 is pure aggression wrapped in Italian elegance. The body sits impossibly low, with sharp aerodynamic channels carved straight through the carbon fiber skin. The front end looks like it's slicing the air even when standing still, with ultra-thin LED headlights and massive air intakes feeding the cooling systems. Every line has a purpose. Nothing here is decorative. The side profile is dramatic, with deep sculpting that directs airflow toward the rear, while the canopy-style cockpit gives it a fighter jet vibe. Around the back, the design goes full race car, with a towering active rear wing, a huge diffuser, and razor-thin taillights that stretch across the width, making the car look wider and more planted than almost anything else on the road. Underneath that wild exterior is where Ferrari really changes the game. The heart of the F80 is a next-generation hybrid powertrain that blends Ferrari's racing DNA with future technology. At its core sits a high-revving V6 derived directly from Ferrari's endurance racing program, paired with multiple electric motors. Together, they produce well over 1,000 horsepower, but it's not just about the number. The power delivery is instant, smooth, and brutally fast. The electric motors fill in the gaps, eliminating turbo lag entirely, while also providing insane torque right from zero. Floor it, and the F80 doesn't just accelerate, it launches like it's been fired from a slingshot. Performance figures are nothing short of ridiculous. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour happens in under 2 seconds, and it just keeps pulling relentlessly beyond that. The top speed pushes deep into hypercar territory, comfortably rivaling and even surpassing traditional kings of speed. But what truly sets the F80 apart isn't just straight-line pace. Ferrari engineered this car to dominate corners. Advanced torque vectoring, all-wheel drive with electric assistance, and an active suspension system work together to make the car feel almost telepathic. It grips, turns, and exits corners with confidence that feels more like a race car than a street machine. Aerodynamics play a massive role here. The F80 uses active aero elements throughout the body, constantly adjusting to balance downforce and drag. At high speeds, the car generates enormous downforce, pushing it into the road for maximum stability. In straights, the aero shifts to reduce drag, unlocking maximum speed. Even braking benefits from this system, as the rear wing acts like an air brake, helping scrub off speed with astonishing efficiency. This isn't just clever engineering. It's Ferrari applying decades of Formula One and endurance racing knowledge directly to a road car. Step inside, and the cockpit feels purpose-built around the driver. The interior strips away unnecessary luxury and replaces it with focus. Carbon fiber dominates, with lightweight materials everywhere you look. The steering wheel is packed with controls, inspired heavily by Ferrari's F1 cars, so your hands rarely need to leave it. Digital displays provide all the critical information, from power output and battery levels to G-forces and lap times. Yet, despite the hardcore feel, Ferrari hasn't forgotten comfort. The seats are sculpted for long drives, the infotainment system is modern and intuitive, and there's just enough refinement to remind you that this is still a Ferrari meant to be driven on real roads. One of the most impressive things about the F80 is how it balances brutality with usability. In full attack mode, it's a monster, loud, fast, and demanding. Switch to a calmer setting, and the hybrid system allows for quieter, smoother driving, even short electric-only operation in urban areas. It's a hypercar that doesn't punish you for using it, and that's a huge part of its appeal. What truly makes the 2027 Ferrari F80 the new hypercar king is the philosophy behind it. This car isn't about chasing one headline number or beating rivals in a single metric. It's about creating the most complete hypercar experience possible. Speed, handling, design, technology, emotion, everything works together as one. Ferrari isn't trying to copy anyone. They're setting their own benchmark. In the end, the F80 feels like a statement of intent. It tells the world that Ferrari's future is just as thrilling as its past, if not more. It blends racing heritage with cutting-edge hybrid tech, wraps it in jaw-dropping design, and delivers an experience that's as emotional as it is extreme. Forget Bugatti for a moment. In 2027, the crown doesn't just belong to the fastest car. It belongs to the one that makes you feel the most alive. And right now, that crown sits firmly on the nose of the Ferrari F80.